Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Huskies head coach. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. And here comes the sophomore running back. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watching this matchup where they're kind of outmatched.
Finding some room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's McClure. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Unloads quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Looking for space. It's McClure. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He'll go to the sneak. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Guys, let's take a second here and talk about Tulane. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do...
Here's a little room there. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. He now has 63 yards rushing. What a way to get this season started. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Fires to the tight end. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach taking those risks. But when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finish with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Christian. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Right back to him on the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Got rid of it just in time.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
They booted away on 4th down. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The run inside. It's McClure. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Hill. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
The green wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 1st down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The UConn offense goes back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
There's plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Makes a grab and room to run. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Huskies are flying down the field. Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Caught over the middle. It's Porter. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers.
Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. He now has 80 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. Under fire. Got it. Gets it out across the 40, stopped short of the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 41, and might they choose to go for it here?
Well, it's a nice job tackling that defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Down 7-0, and they'll have a chance to match the score on this drive. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. UConn quick to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running inside, it's Christian. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Shakes off the defender. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Ross. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the North Texas Mean Green.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Connecticut offense ready to go to work. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
Well, that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback Keith, he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Punt is on its way. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. UConn going back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to line up this. But putting points up would be huge here. Wide receiver going in motion. Takes a handoff. It's Christian. Turning it on. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They give it to him again. He breaks a tackle. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. UConn quick to the line.
And, man, I want to see more of that. I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be.
Snags it, and he's open. Touchdown, UConn. They take the lead with the 6.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys. They usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. The give on the option. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go right back to him. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Trying to impose their will with the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Here comes the offense on second down. Makes the catch. It's Hill. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip and tuck affair. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Got a little grass. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, the QB knew coming into this one it was going to be tough. They have a lot of athletes on the back end, but today, guys just not able to separate. Accuracy hasn't always been perfect, and as a result, they've got another ball getting knocked away for an incompletion.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. That pass is incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McClure. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! Tie ball game here in the 4th.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. 4th quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
He'll bring it out. It's Lang. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UConn offense goes back to work. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. He'll start this drive firing. The throw. It's complete on the right side. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Neutral zone infraction. Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Ready. Line 14. Shift.
The RPO, it's complete.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Caught in the backfield, it's Ross. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Pulls it in, it's Porter. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Works his way forward, has enough for the first down. Ball spotted at the 32.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's no good. And here in the fourth quarter, still all tied up, guys. Here's a big drive for this defense who will try to get a stop with just a few minutes left. The run inside. It's McClure. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Pulls it in. It's Lewis. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. On the run, it's McClure. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points.
And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Got room on the return. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Husky. The defense putting points on the board.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
The green wave offense makes its way onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Under fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Quarterback takes a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing.